Hi, I chose to discuss diabetes, what diabetes means, and a look into the future treatment of diabetes. I became interested in diabetes as many of the patients I have come in contact with in the emergency department suffer from this disease. Many of the patients do not understand the disease, nor are they compliant with their medications. So many also suffer with the side effects of diabetes. Diabetes is a metabolic disease. Either the body is resistant to insulin, or the body does not produce enough insulin. This is due to an imbalanced regulation at the genetic and epigenetic levels. According to the World Health Organization, more than 422 million people have diabetes, and that number is predicted to double by 2040. Diabetes has been researched for years, and some of the latest technology allows many diabetics to lead normal, productive lives. But researchers have yet to find a cure for diabetes. I searched through many articles concerning diabetes. Apparently, it is a very hot and important topic. I must admit that many of the research articles were incomprehensible to me. Too many details, and a lot of scientific language that I just did not understand. I did read an article where they discussed 3 different technologies to assist diabetics with their treatment. The first was the use of a digital contact lens, where the lenses would read the blood glucose levels from the tears that the eyes produce. This would negate the use of blood tests and needle sticks, which are very painful and inconvenient. Many of my patients have told me that they either do not test as often as they should, or they don't test their blood glucose levels at all, as the needle pricks are very painful. The second idea that was discussed was not necessarily a treatment, but a way to encourage children to learn how to control their disease. This was an app on their phone which teaches kids about diabetes, helps them keep track of their blood glucose levels, and gives them games that they can earn points. This would encourage children to be more in control of their disease. It also gives parents of the children an opportunity to monitor what the children are actually doing with their diabetes. The last technology was an artificial pancreas, which is a closed-loop system. It constantly measures the person's blood glucose levels and determines how much insulin is needed. Basically, the person doesn't have to control anything, but the monitor would do it all. The second article discussed epigenetic drugs, or epidrugs. These drugs would target epigenetic changes, central epigenetic marks, which could then modify the specific gene or protein expression. One problem that researchers have come up against is testing the pancreas, where the insulin is secreted. The pancreas auto-digests itself soon after death, which limits researchers procuring information about the pancreas. Unfortunately, obtaining a biopsy from a living person is very risky to the person's health. These barriers must be overcome in order for researchers to continue their work. The future of treating diabetes appears to be in the modification of the genes that cause diabetes, and this will come about with new ways to alter the genes through epigenetics. I think the treatment will be more tailored for the individual, especially with type 2 diabetes, as there are several reasons why insulin does not function correctly. The drugs will need to function to correspond to the reason the insulin is either not produced or not functioning properly. I hope that the testing and research eventually find a cure for diabetes. So far, the research has improved the control of diabetes immeasurably. My concerns for the future treatment is that it is made available to all people, and that diabetic education remain a strong focus when treating diabetes. If people do not understand the disease, they will not understand the treatment, and they may not follow through with it, no matter how effective the treatment is.